it goes.
Beautiful.
I'll
Okay,
see you.
baby.
Love you.
Bye. Love you too.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Tyler. Great
Mommy
to meet you.
hugger, give me a hug.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tionne.
Great to meet you, Tionne.
I am Tionne T-Boz Watkins, better known as the T of TLC. We're the biggest girl selling group of all time in America.
Awesome.
I initially remember seeing the trailer when this show came about, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I wonder if this is real. I'm excited to see what comes of today. So thanks for doing this with me.
When the door opened, I actually didn't recognize Tionne. But as I sat down to do the reading, I had a lot of people coming through right from the gate. I have a lot of people coming through, so I really want to jump into it.
A lot?
So we're going to kind of go all over the place. But there's a lot of people.
What? Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Today, my daughter Chase is with me, and Chris, he's my makeup artist and my hairstylist, and Brian, who's my manager, he has to be a part of this as well.
So we'll figure out who's who, but first I have to ask, did you bring any objects?
Yes, I do, and I have it this way.
Awesome. Okay. And now, is this the only object we've brought?
Only one.
Okay.
Come on, Tyler, bring it, honey.
Okay, so let's see what we get. Give me 1 sec. This is strange. You have like a weird death here coming through, is like the way I need to kind of process this. Whoever this was, and it would have been a female, not a male. I'm also seeing music signs. This is interesting the way this comes across.
Mm-hmm.
She's having like, what is this? She'll like joke. This is weird. I don't know what this is. She's like doing this weird hand thing with me. It's like a funny, like a weird, she's just being silly. Mm-hmm. It's like a funny, random, like silly, like she's.
Is she loud?
She's very, very direct
Mm-hmm.
the way this
Okay.
comes across. Someone might go by a nickname. I'm getting a reference to, it's like a name I've never heard before. It'd be like a really unique one.
I think we all know what's going on. Well, most of us.
I don't know this name, but it's funny because she's the type that could have given advice and told everyone, like, get out of that relationship. He's not good for you. But when it came to getting that advice herself, it was much harder.
Oh, that's so true. We used to have to argue for hours. She is not lying. I used to be like, and then she would tell me, well, I just had to argue with you to get my point across. And she was like, I knew an hour ago that you was right. I'm like, what are you doing to me?
That's Lisa.
But there is a reference to South America and South American countries. Do you know if she had visited at any point Central America, from your knowledge?
Honduras.
Okay. And then she's referencing to a car accident. Mm-hmm. And this is interesting because she's placing these two together, but she's having me acknowledge that if this had happened in a different country, this wouldn't have happened.
Danger.
But I wouldn't think that it would happen to me in the States. So the reason why I'm going to describe this is if someone is not familiar with the way that we drive in a different country, and as a result we die, had we been on the road and perfectly capable, we might have been able to manage in the United States, you know, somewhere where we might have
I
been
know
more
what you're
familiar.
talking about because it was only 2 lanes
Right.
when she got in the car wreck.
Right.
And it's the way that the roads are.
Right. Interesting. Okay. She's just, from her perspective, happy that no one else was killed in this incident. She's more focused on others and their well-being. Unique.
And it was
kind of
8 people in the car, and
Okay.
she's the only one who died. Everybody could have. A lot of people got hurt.
Right.
Bad.
Right.
But she's the only one who
She's the
didn't
only
make it.
one. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Everything you said, you were dead on. Like, she was in the car in Honduras, and the road was weird.
I'm so sorry.
So you have to turn the picture over. Do you know who it is?
You know, I
No.
don't. Not off the top
So
of
I
my
have to
head.
tell you.
Yep.
And the weird name you were talking about, the reason you never heard of it, we call her Left Eye. And we're in a group called TLC.
Right?
And her name is Lisa Left Eye Lopes.
Wow.
And she died in the middle of our last album that we were doing, too, on top of everything else.
God.
So it was just a real tragic, like, it was hard. And living it out with the world, like, it was just crazy, like, the whole thing. Because, you know, one thing is dealing with death, but then going to the grocery store and seeing her death numbers and her face over every magazine, like People magazine, like everything.
Right.
I didn't know how to deal with that.
No.
So, you know, you go from breaking records and, you know, on top of the charts to, you know, everything just stopped. She died the day before my birthday, and the news came out on my birthday. And I get a phone call, and I couldn't understand what Chili was saying. It was just, she was crying frantically, and then I heard Lisa, and then as soon as I could make out Lisa dead, Chase stood up in her crib and started screaming. It was like simultaneously. It was crazy. And from there, I remember talking to like Patti LaBelle, Missy Elliott. There were certain people that I talked to and certain celebs that called. I was depressed for 2 years. It made me a hermit. It made me stay inside. It made me not want to deal with anybody. I didn't want to come outside. And yeah, it was just a crazy time.
Ooh, I have to figure this one out. I feel like she's making this special connection with your son. This is interesting. This is coming through from her, by the way. But there's a feeling of that this little boy is special. Your son, I'm viewing, is almost like this is actually a child that defied odds, and she's acknowledging that this birth was watched over by her because it's a little bit more like high risk.
Yeah, I adopted my son, and the pregnancy was really bad. So much chaos around him. He almost didn't make it.
Right.
Just, you know, so,
Yeah.
and, you know, I just wanted to try to save him.
Right.
So, he's a special boy. I think he helped me and my daughter out in a lot of ways, even though I know people say when you adopt somebody, you help them, but he actually helped us. Even before I had my daughter, I said I was gonna have a son. And then to get him and him to change my life the way he has, and to hear him say Lisa felt that way and that she watches over him too. Who wouldn't want a little guardian angel? Like, come on. Like, it's a sense of closure for me.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
This has been great. I'm appreciative, and it's very informative, and thank you, because, you know when you just don't know something, it helps you put closure to it. Right. So,
Absolutely.
like, I feel like knowing that Lisa's there makes me feel better.
Absolutely. It's all validation. It just helps us moving forward, so. I'm gonna give you a hug. You're the best. Oh.
Today helped me because having these conversations kind of takes some of the fear out of knowing that, you still can see people, watch over people, and that they're still around, sort of. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course. All right. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
It was very informative, and I found out a lot of things, even things I wasn't expecting to hear.
It was good.
I feel good about everything.
Let me see the picture.
Could be cool. That's Lisa's, one of my favorite ones, Scrubs video.
This is dope. It's cool. Wow.
Yeah, today was a good day.
Good.